So Rampage Jackson just did an interview where he revealed he's no longer speaking to his son Raja, and that caused him and Ariel Helwani to, have a bit of a back and forth. And we also see Rampage Jackson somehow blaming Syko Stu, once again saying that Syko Stu should come out and defend the Jackson family against some of these racist claims, guys. I agree. Syko Stu, pull off, your life support, pull off the tubes that are keeping you alive right now. You know what I mean? Like, who cares about the brain damage? Who cares if there's any permanent damage? Who cares if he doesn't have any teeth? The guy has thumbs. He could put out a tweet. I feel you, Rampage, on this one. I really do. Rampage Jackson went on the Ariel Helwani show to talk about the Roger Jackson situation where his son body slammed a wrestler that attacked him earlier in the day out of nowhere, unprompted, after the two had squashed the beef. And Rampage since has claimed that, he has been getting a lot of racist messages and basically has said while he doesn't stand behind his son's actions, he also feels like nobody was perfect and that they're also victims in this, despite one guy literally being in the hospital. So let's first examine Rampage Jackson talking about how he cut off his son. He's no longer speaking to him. Let's hear about this, guys.
Are you at all worried about his well-being?
Yeah, it's my son. I am worried about his well-being. How many kids you got?
I got 3.
All right, so why you asking me some stupid ass shit?
Well, can I be real with you?
I understand where Rampage is coming from, but you guys will see why Ariel asked this. It actually does make sense. Let's take a look.
Well, can I be real with you?
Yeah.
I can't imagine what it would feel like to see my son do that. I also don't think I would cut my son off if he did that.
Oof.
So if you are worried about his well-being, why are you not talking to him?
So, yeah, this is a fair question. Rampage has revealed he has cut off his son, Roger Jackson. He's also put out, I saw some Instagram comments saying that Roger should be arrested. He also said in this interview that he thinks that he should do some time, that the police should actually investigate this matter. He does also say the police should investigate Syko Stu, but that is what we're going to save towards the end. And this is a fair question. Let's hear what Rampage has to say. I also agree with Ariel. I don't think I would cut off my own son for this because at the end of the day, that is your, I believe it's your family. I understand, obviously, everybody's family definitions are different. You know what I'm saying? He got into this fight. He, lost his temper. As from the point of view as a family member, I would be disappointed, but I'm not going to cut you off. Let's hear, though, what Rampage has to say, because this is a pretty hot question from Ariel. I mean, this is like, thank God he's over the screen, because I think if they were in person, I don't know if it'd be all love. You know what I mean?
Because he dishonored my name. And
but he's still your son.
Listen.
What is this, like Game of Thrones or some shit? Like, you dishonored the family name, like we're throwing you out?
But he's still your son.
Listen. I know he's my fucking son. I'm not cutting him off for forever. I just haven't talked to him.
But this is the worst moment of his life. He needs you now more than ever.
All fair.
Fair. I talked to him after the shit happened, and he hid the fact that he did this shit, and he put my other kids at danger. I just can't talk to him right now. I just can't. I'm not saying I'm never going to talk to him again. I just can't talk to him right now. I need some time. I'm dealing with his attorneys and all that shit, but I'm very disappointed in Roger. Like, yeah, I'm not a perfect parent, so I don't know what's the protocol to how much time you stop from talking to your son when he fucking goes out there and hurt somebody. He put the guy in a fucking hospital.
The perfect time. So, yeah, I mean, that actually was funny from Rampage. I don't know. To be fair, like I literally said in the first video, this is probably Rampage is the only person to ever be in this situation. If you guys check my first video, I literally said that. So, Rampage, I've been on your side here. I've been saying that this whole time, that not many people understand how difficult this situation is. But Rampage, has decided to cut off his son. I think him going into some of the reasoning, it's fair. And I think obviously from him as a parent, it's like, what am I supposed to do? Like, is there supposed to be a level of accountability? How am I supposed to show accountability to this kid? But my thing would be, Roger's 25 years old. I mean, we're beyond the point of accountability. Like, at this point, you both are adults. This isn't Roger, he messed up. He got into a fight in kindergarten. You know what? I'm putting him in timeout. That doesn't exactly work like that when you're an older, when you're 25 years old dealing with your dad that's older. Like, that is not how you handle things as an adult. At the end of the day, both of these guys, they're adults here. I know Raja doesn't seem like an adult with how he handled that situation.
Because I'm tired of everybody fucking playing with me, bro.
I would laugh if I did something and my dad was like, all right, now you're in timeout, or I'm not talking to you because of that. Like, that's a joke. Like, everyone here is supposed to be adults here. Definitely is harsh from Rampage, but I could also understand it a little bit, guys. But I also want to take a look at what Rampage said, because I sympathize with Rampage to a certain point, because then he says some stuff like what he said about Syko Stu, which was truly insane, guys. I'm just going to show you guys at this point.
Yeah, my son took it too far. He was wrong. and I don't condone what my son did. Thank God, Syko Stu, you know what I'm saying, pulled through. Got really
Yeah.
upset with
Thank God he is, because your son would be looking at a murder charge, not a simple assault charge.
with all the death threats and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I wanted Syko Stu to tell his part that my son did not sneak up on him, and I never heard him say that. So now I'm upset. Now I'm upset with Syko Stu because he didn't come out and say, "Oh, whoa, yeah, what Roger did was fucked up, but he didn't sneak in the ring and do this. The shit was staged." That's all he had to say to get some of these racist ass motherfuckers out of my DMs.
You know what? Yeah, honestly, I mean, how could Syko Stu have forgot? Oh wait, maybe it's because you literally smashed the part of his brain. Well, his son did, but you guys get my point here. You know what I mean? Like, his brain isn't exactly in fully functioning here, and you're going to question him on his thinking. Like, your own son put this guy in the hospital and destroyed his brain, and now we're gonna criticize his thinking. This doesn't make any sense, guys. Let's watch.
At least said something. Take some accountability. Like, honestly, everybody was wrong. Roger was the most wrong. Everybody was wrong, but none of this shit ever would have happened if Syko Stu never hit my son on the back of the head with a fucking can that they was drinking beer out of, and then grabbed him by the fucking neck, asked him to fucking sell it.
Well, look, I understand from Rampage's perspective. He probably does feel a certain way towards Syko Stu. Like, look, you did start shit, and we talked about it in the first video. We talked about the errors of Syko Stu. We did say, look, I literally said in the first video, I'm not one of these people that are coming on here saying, oh, he's a veteran suffering from PTSD and we should feel bad. Like, I'm not saying that. I have a lot of respect, of course, for Syko Stu. I hope that he recovers. I don't hope that anybody suffers what he suffered through, but I'm not going to sit here and say that he's this great guy or anything like that. And I definitely think at the end of the day, he fucked up. He literally, assaulted Raja as well, you know what I mean? But to say like that he deserved what he got, or to say that his actions directly caused what happened, is not genuine. I mean, that's just not true. Like somebody could push me on the subway, and if I shoot them in the head, like, that I'm going to go to jail. Like, nobody's going to say that was self-defense. Like, no, you overreacted. I mean, self-defense, it has to be like, reasonable. Like, it's a certain level of reasonable, not punching an unconscious man 20 times in the head, literally unconscious 20 times.
This is a fucked up thing, though. What took them so long? What took his other friends, his team, whatever the fuck they are, so long to get in there and get Roger off of him? Y'all, the police need to investigate that shit. Why it took his friends so long to get in that fucking ring?
Because that's not a crime. You know what I mean? That's actually not a crime. That is why the police are not investigating this, Rampage. Like, why would the police investigate this?
Never even been there. This gonna be the last time I talk about this shit. This ain't the first time Syko Stu done some shit like this backstage. Motherfucker be drinking all the goddamn time. And he plays that, pro wrestling saved me from this PTSD and stuff, like nobody want to fire his ass. AJ Mana told me everything. This ain't the first time he done some drunken shit like this backstage. So they know his ass. They ain't gonna snitch on him. I don't owe them, none of them, no loyalty. My loyalty to my son, and even though I don't fuck with my son right now, I'm still gonna keep it 100 and be loyal. The police need to investigate that shit. How many times Syko Stu attack somebody backstage and piss people off.
Here, Rampage is claiming that this is something that is a habit of Syko Stu, that this has happened multiple times, and this is something we definitely need evidence for. Like nobody else has come out and said this. He said AJ, which is the guy in the video with Raja, he told him that, apparently. I reached out to the promotion. I didn't hear anything back immediately, but who knows, maybe there will be something later, but didn't hear anything about if there were any other incidents or anything like that. But honestly, I mean, even if there were other incidents, like, it doesn't really matter. Like, I'm not here. I shouldn't say nobody, because there is a large amount of people that are coming out saying, oh, Syko Stu is this hero. I'm not saying that. I'm not on that side of the fence whatsoever. But what I'm saying here is to deflect. This is a clear deflection, just so Raja doesn't get in trouble. You know what I mean? And that's fine. But I just think some of the stuff he's saying on this interview, like, think about some of the stuff that could be used in court. And that's my point. Every little thing Rampage does could affect his son in the court. You know what I mean? So he has to be very careful with how he does these interviews, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Check out my last video where we talked about Dylan Dennis. And also, guys, I did promise there was a special video. It got delayed again. I think it'll be coming out on Friday, for sure. On Friday, at least, something will be out about it. But I promise you, we're cooking up something for it. So I'm excited for it, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. You guys best fan-based MMA, and I'll see you guys in the next one.